Welcome to the Group 2 Challenging Conversations presentation. We will be exploring the effects of domestic violence for our conflict scenario. Here's a little background on our conflict scenario. Lainey has been developing unpredictable and aggressive behavior during class. She has a negative self-image and difficulty trusting authority figures. So when her teacher, Mr. Stevie, tries to correct her, she becomes anxious and unruly. Mr. Stevie is at his wit's end and can no longer handle Lainey's behavior as it is very disruptive to the entire class. So he calls the school counselor for guidance. The school counselor pulls in a family social worker to try to figure out what is going on with Lainey. The social worker calls a group therapy session to provide a safe environment to assess what is going on at home, both at home and school. However, conflict arises during the session between Mr. Stevie and Lainey, as well as Lainey's parents. Mrs. Rivers will use nonviolent communication and common ground to facilitate the discussion and try to come to conflict resolution. For today's role play characters, the roles will be Ty Harding as the dad, Mr. Harding, who is an alcoholic. Lainey will be playing the role of the child suffering from disorganized attachment. And Rosie will be playing Lainey's mom, Mrs. Harding, and Stevie will be taking on the role of Lainey's teacher. Audrey will be playing the social worker who will be leading us in our therapy session. Disclaimer, we are not professional actors nor screenwriters, but here is our best attempt.
I'm so glad that everyone could make it. I would like to start off by introducing myself and sharing one thing that I would like the group to know about me. After introducing myself, we'll be going around the room to give everyone an opportunity to do the same. My name is Miss Rivers, but I also go by Miss Audrey. I'll be your therapist today. One thing that I would like to share with the group is that I have an amazing Labrador Retriever that I utilize as an emotional support animal. Mr. Harding or Mr. Stevie, would you like to start off?
Yeah, I'll start off. I'm Mr. Stevie. I'm Lainey's teacher, and a fun fact is that I lived in Korea for a few years and other places around the world.
All right, I guess I'll go next. My name is Mr. Harding. You can call me Ty. I'm Lainey's father and served in the military and did 2 tours in Iraq.
And I'm Rosie, Lainey's mom. A fun fact that you might not all know about me is that before I got pregnant with Lainey, I was working with a professional dance company as a ballerina.
Well, everybody knows that I'm Lainey. I don't know any fun facts about myself. I guess I like art and just sketch in my room with my music on.
Okay, so thank you everyone for sharing. We're here to discuss Lainey and the issues that are brought to our attention regarding her behavior and quality of work in class. I'd like to hear from everyone in attendance, and I'd like to start with Mr. Stevie and Lainey first and see if we can come to a resolution that works for you both. After that, I would like to discuss strategies to support Lainey's efforts in school as well as home by exploring what's going on with mom and dad.
Okay, well, I've seen that Lainey has been increasingly irritable in class, and after many attempts to get her to behave, she doesn't wish to change or adjust her behavior at all. And I used to think very highly of her and her behavior and felt she would be a good example to the rest of her classmates, but I don't have that same feeling anymore.
Shut up. You're a liar. You pick on me. You're mean to me. I hate you.
Hey, Lainey, cut it out. If you talk to an adult like that again, I'm going to slap you in the next week.
Hey, both of you leave her alone. She's a great kid. She does try hard in school, and she's just a normal teenager. And if she is acting out, it's not surprising with everybody treating her like this.
Oh, really?
Okay, so I would like to respectfully interrupt this meeting to discuss using nonviolent communication to express how one another feels. Nonviolent communication involves using body language such as facial expressions, gestures, eye contact to show active listening during a conversation. This is a more positive way of expressing emotions that ensure that no one is interrupted while speaking. When reiterating, I would like you to respond along the lines of, I feel that, would you be willing to? And to discuss how you feel as though your needs can be met in the future. Mr. Stevie, would you like to continue where we left off?
Yes, I feel that Lainey needs to change her behavior because what it does for me and the rest of the classmates is it makes the room and the teaching environment a lot more productive. And I really enjoy Lainey's contributions to class, and I wish they'd come back.
You just make me feel so mad because you don't listen to me.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is Mr. Stevie doesn't understand Lainey's needs,
No.
and Lainey needs to take you out of her emotions and state her direct needs.
Okay, so what I would need from Lainey and make me very happy is that when I have a question or there's participation in the class, and I know Lainey is capable and knows a lot of the answers, I'd like her to give me that answer. It makes me really happy to hear from her.
Well, when you correct me in front of the whole class, I just get really embarrassed and misunderstood. I need to feel accepted and safe at school. I guess, would you be willing to pull me aside and ask me if something's bothering me in private instead in front of the whole class? Because something might have happened at home that morning that I'm reacting to, and it has nothing to do with you.
Okay. Well, Lainey, I want to see you do well, and I see your potential. I haven't been seeing the same effort that I've seen. And I want that to come back again. So why don't we make a deal to talk with each other in between class? Because there are so many things going on at home. There are a lot of different feelings you have. Do you have time for that in between class?
Well, I don't have time in between classes, and I don't want the other kids to make fun of me. They'll call me the teacher's pet and start spreading rumors. I already get picked on because I'm biracial. I just need you to understand what's going on at home and why I act out sometimes. I'll try to do my best to let you know when I'm having an off day and refrain from disrupting the class, but I also need my mom and dad to stop fighting because it really scares me and I don't want to be taken away.
So maybe we can find a time that is conducive to Lainey and Mr. Stevie's needs. Lainey stated that she would like mom and dad to stop fighting because she's afraid that she'll be taken away. Do you mind if I talk to your mom and dad for a little bit now?
I guess.
Okay, Lainey, why don't we go in the other room while Miss Audrey speaks with your parents? Okay. So I wanted to ask you today, did you enjoy the class?
It was okay. You know, I enjoyed the art that you showed from Constantinople. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, that's great. I'm a big fan of it too. So what are you interested in primarily? What do you like to do?
I don't know. I've been drawing some Japanese manga and Japanese stuff. I kind of like that.
Good. Well, chapter 14 is on Japanese architecture. So what if we did a slide during that lesson on modern Japanese art, like manga? Would you like that?
Yeah, maybe. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah. So maybe I needed to have this conversation with you sooner, because I've seen you in class and you appeared more disinterested or distracted than I've usually seen you. And I never thought that there could be a lot going on in the background that I didn't see. There might have been a lot more than you're just being a bad kid, because I know you're not a bad kid and I don't think of you that way. And you have a lot of challenges right now. So maybe I should have asked about that earlier, and it was my mistake that I didn't think about that. So after teaching for so long, I guess I even forget that I have room for improvement too.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm very happy that I'm here today with you and your parents, because I really am concerned. I want you to succeed. So I'm sorry I didn't ask sooner, and I want you to know that I'm in your corner to help you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Stevie.